Young Buck back in trouble with the law. Oh boy, Buck. What's going on, eh? This is Fresh Hip-Hop Opinion with your guy Olize. Don't forget to subscribe. So yeah, Young Buck, the former G-Unit star, is back in trouble. And he's back behind bars. Somewhere that he is not a stranger to at all. Check out this write-up from TMZ. Young Buck is back in a familiar spot. A jail cell in Tennessee. This time, it's over some missed meetings with his bond supervisor. The G-Unit rapper was booked into jail Monday afternoon in Sumner County for 30 days as seen in online records. Eric Malden, Assistant District Attorney for Sumner County, Tennessee, tells TMZ Young Buck was supposed to meet twice a month with his supervisor while on bond supervision, with GPS monitoring for 2 cases, a drug case and a domestic violence case. And I remember that case. Buck was basically threatening his on and off girlfriend, saying I think he was going to burn down the house. I think he bust her car windows and stuff like that. It wasn't like he put hands on her. That wasn't the domestic violence. But for Buck to go back to jail for not attending some meetings with his supervisor is just crazy. It's like Buck enjoys being locked up. It doesn't make sense. Maybe there was like a miscommunication. Maybe he thought he was done with the meetings. I'm sure that will come out in the future. But I mean, it's 30 days. It's nothing crazy. It's 30 days where he could be out making money, spending time with his family. But instead, he's just got to watch out for not dropping the soap. But you know, his old foe 50 Cent had to add his 2 cents. 50 wrote this. Damn, how'd that ninja head get like that? Police must have hit him in the head. LOL. Yeah, a lot of people are commenting about Young Buck's head shape. I think because Buck always wears a hat, and we're just kind of used to Buck back in the day with the long hair, the braids. So people aren't really used to the bald head. It's like LL Cool J. If he took off his hat, people would be like, yo, LL looks weird. It's just because we're not used to seeing him rocking his baldy. You know, reporting this story, it makes me sad in a way. Because Young Buck was actually my favorite in G-Unit, after 50. But in terms of quality music, both of Buck's first 2 albums in particular, I think were just as good as anything that came out of G-Unit. And probably the best artist after 50 was Buck, because Banks was a bit too laid back. Yaya was never really one of the fans' favorites. I mean, I don't even really count Kid Kid, because Kid Kid came out like 5, 6, 7 years afterwards. Buck, even to this day, is still putting out good music. Although I wish he would come off away from that whole trap, like gangster music. You know, imagine if you still heard Fat Joe still talking gangster, or 50, or The Locks. You know, they still do a little bit of street music, but Buck seems to feel like he needs to put out music as if he's still in the street. But saying that, with all his criminal record and his financial woes, I wouldn't be surprised if a few years down the line he gets arrested for some sort of drug ring to keep him afloat. The funny thing is, some people are criticizing 50, like, why does he keep criticizing Young Buck? Why not let this man live? But don't forget, when 50 was going through the drama with Big Meech just not too long ago, Young Buck came out and just said, yo, we're supporting Big Meech, sending shots at 50. Because it's Buck, it didn't really make too much news, but I know 50 would have seen that and made a mental note that when Young Buck messes up again, I'm gonna promote it. That's what 50 was thinking, I'm sure. But all jokes aside, we all want Buck to get back on his feet. And in the article on TMZ, it does say that they haven't given him bail just yet for what he's gonna do now. Well, that'll be discussed later on, whether Buck can get bail and leave jail. But I mean, if I was him, I'd just, use this time to sober up. No more D-rugs in your system. No more alcohol in your system. And hit the gym in the jail. But that's Young Buck's situation, people. Arrested for not attending some supervision meetings with his supervisor. I want to know what you lot think. Leave a comment below, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. This is Fresh Hip Hop Opinion. Peace and love.